I'm Brownfield commodity market reporter John Perkins with the closing market minute for Monday, May 5th. Soybeans and corn both ended the session lower, seeing spillover pressure from a drop in crude oil during the session. Additionally, the trade was expecting decent week-to-week planting progress to be reported by the USDA in the weekly crop progress and condition numbers, which were out after the close. Also, forecasts for much of the Midwest and Plains over the near term do look friendly for U.S. planting, aside from some spots from the southern U.S. Plains into the southeastern United States that could see another round of excessive rainfall, further delaying planting activity there. Still, overall, on the balance, things are expected to be pretty good for planting into mid-month. Wheat ended the session lower, despite a lower move in the dollar index during the session, which would normally be supportive. The trade was expecting a decent week-to-week improvement in the USDA's winter wheat crop condition rating and another week of solid spring wheat planting progress. USDA's updated supply, demand, and production numbers are out a week from today on Monday, May 12th. Live and feeder cattle were sharply higher, supported by optimism about this week's direct cash cattle business. That follows up the very strong trade last week. Direct cattle markets were quiet Monday, pretty typical way to start out the week. This week's show list does look mixed when compared to last week, at least a little bit smaller in Kansas and at least somewhat larger in Texas, Nebraska, and Colorado. Box beef was higher at midday on Monday. And hogs ended the session mixed on spread trade, the mixed cash business during the session, and questions about sustained domestic and export demand. With the closing market minute for Monday, May 5th, I'm Brownfield commodity market reporter John Perkins.